It was a freezing November evening in rural Scotland. Three best friends, Taylor, Susan, and Jamie, were walking home from school as dark clouds gathered overhead. Rain drizzled from the sky, and the girls hurried along a narrow forest trail that followed an old creek. "Let's take the shortcut," Taylor suggested. It would save them 20 minutes. At first, everything seemed normal. Then the woods went silent. No birds, no wind, nothing. Only the sound of water flowing through the creek. As they rounded a bend, Jamie suddenly stopped. "Do you guys see that?" Up ahead beside the creek sat a woman. She was kneeling in the water, slowly washing clothes. The girls exchanged nervous glances. Who would be doing laundry out here in the middle of nowhere? As they stepped closer, a chill ran through Taylor's body. The woman's long black hair completely covered her face. Her gray cloak looked ancient and torn, and the clothes she was washing were stained dark red. The creek water swirled crimson around her hands. The woman never looked up, never spoke. She just kept washing. Scrub, scrub, scrub. The girls turned and ran. Branches snapped beneath their feet as they sprinted through the woods until they finally reached Jamie's house. Breathless, they told Jamie's mother everything. Her face immediately turned pale. "There is an old Scottish legend," she whispered. "The Bean Nighe." The girls stared at her. "What's that?" "They say she's a spirit who washes the burial clothes of people who are about to die." Silence filled the room. Jamie laughed nervously. "You're kidding, right?" "I hope so," her mother replied. That night, a snowstorm rolled across the countryside. The wind howled against the windows. Neither Susan nor Jamie slept much. The next morning, school was canceled. The roads were buried beneath snow. Taylor wasn't answering her phone. At first, they thought she was sleeping. Then hours passed. Finally, Jamie and Susan walked to Taylor's house. When Taylor's mother opened the door, she was crying. The girls immediately knew something was wrong. Taylor had disappeared during the night. Police had found evidence near the creek. Nobody knew exactly what had happened, but Taylor wasn't coming back. Jamie and Susan returned home terrified. Neither wanted to say what they were thinking, but both were thinking the same thing. The woman by the creek, the Bean Nighe. As evening fell, the snowstorm worsened. Then suddenly, the power went out. Darkness swallowed the house. The girls screamed. A moment later, realizing nothing had happened, they laughed nervously. "We're seriously freaking ourselves out," Susan said. "Yeah," Jamie agreed. But deep down, neither believed it. They lit candles and made sandwiches in the kitchen. For a few minutes, things felt normal again. Then Susan started coughing. A small cough at first, then another, and another. Suddenly, she couldn't breathe. Jamie rushed to help. She called for emergency services. No signal. The storm had knocked everything out. Susan collapsed. Jamie desperately tried to save her, but within minutes, she was gone. Now Jamie was alone, completely alone. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, the darkness seemed alive. Unable to reach anyone, Jamie decided to leave and find help. She stepped into the freezing night. Snow blasted her face. The world was nothing but white darkness. She wandered for what felt like hours before realizing she was hopelessly lost. Panicking, she turned back. By some miracle, she found her house again. Shivering violently, Jamie stumbled inside. She felt feverish, dizzy, weak. Searching for medicine, she made her way to the bathroom. The only light came from a candle flickering on the counter. She grabbed a bottle from the shelf, opened it, and swallowed. Immediately, pain exploded through her throat. She dropped to her knees. Something was horribly wrong. Then, the electricity returned. The bathroom lights flickered on. Jamie looked down at the bottle. Her heart stopped. It wasn't medicine. It was bleach. As the bottle slipped from her trembling fingers, she remembered the woman beside the creek, the sound of water, the stained clothes, the endless scrubbing, and for the first time, she wondered if the legend had been true all along. Outside, beyond the window, the snow continued to fall, and somewhere in the darkness, a woman knelt beside a creek, still washing,